and welcome to a new, I guess, movie slash universe discussion video. I don't know what has been going on with me lately. I personally really like The Lion King, but it's never been one of my, all-time favorites of all time. But it's definitely, as I gotten older, definitely, more of a loved movie. But for some reason lately, after watching the new prequel, I started thinking about it a lot more and started wanting to rewatch the original movies, watch some of the shows, and I'm kind of just obsessed, and this is all I can think about, is the Lion King universe, and how the live action universe and the animated universe are not exactly the same. They don't really connect, but they also do connect. And so I wanted to make a whole video dissecting that to get my thoughts out, because you guys know, I have OCD. So when something is going through my head, I kind of want to get it out. So I thought this would be a great idea for a video, since I do videos on animated stuff. So at first, when I started watching the prequel, when it came on Disney Plus, Mufasa the Lion King, I thought it was the prequel that worked for the animated universe, and I thought that the live action universe and the animated universe were one and the same thing. There are tons of things that contradict that, and so I wanted to address them in this video, and just wanted to talk about the differences between the live action versus the animated universe, what stuff they kind of changed from the animated universe in the live action movies, and the stuff that they kept the same, and what they could possibly be planning to do with these changes. So yeah, I think they're making the live action universe its own thing. The only thing I think that they have in common is that the Lion King, live action and animated, those films are pretty much exactly the same, just a little bit of different stuff. But the live action prequel definitely made the live action movies stand out as different from the animated universe. So in the prequel, Mufasa the Lion King, we see Simba's children. And they are taken directly from the animated universe and put into the live action prequel. We have Kiara, and we have Kiara's from the animated second Lion King, Simba's Pride. And then we have Kion or Kion, I'm not sure, that's her brother, and he was shown in the Lion Guard TV series, which was a little more recent. Anyway, so they kept the children the same, so that was nice to see. Simba's story in the Lion King live action is basically the same as the animated version, but we get hints to Scar's beef with Mufasa in the live action Lion King, whereas in the original, we don't get any hints, except that Scar didn't become king and was just jealous because, his brother was older. Basically, he's just jealous that his brother became king. That was the only reason he turned on his brother, so pretty basic. But yeah, that was it. But Scar's backstory is totally different than the story told in the animated universe, because in the live action prequel, Scar's origin is different, and Mufasa and him aren't blood brothers, whereas in the animated universe it is confirmed that they are brothers in the Lion Guard TV series. So some things they've changed in the live action universe. I don't know why. They made Scar and Mufasa not blood brothers in the live action series. I don't know. I don't know why they made these changes, but I have some theories, and so we're gonna go over them in a second. But yeah. But these things basically confirm that the animated universe and the live action universe aren't connected. But they're completely separate universes. And yeah, at first I thought that the live actions were just building on the animated universe. I thought that they were all in the same universe, but because of the prequel having the origin story be a little different, the live action universe is not connected or the same as the animated universe. Okay, so what I think they're setting up with these changes is I think they're setting up a story that will connect to an eventual Lion King 2 Simba's Pride live action remake in a different way than the way they did it in the animated universe. I think they want to slightly change the story from that film, and so they had to change the story in the other films in the live action series in order to be able to do Simba's Pride. So I think it makes sense. With Scar not being like brothers with Mufasa by blood, it not only gives Scar an even better reason to be jealous of Mufasa, but it also sets up a possibility to make, like, if you guys have watched Simba's Pride / The Lion King 2, you guys know that Kovu isn't Scar's actual son, just his chosen heir, which I think that they could make Kovu Scar's actual son in this version, which would be, like, very interesting. But yeah, they could make him his actual son in the live action universe instead, and so, like, this would make Kovu ending up with Kiara be even more complicated, and it would give Kovu an even more interesting journey as he is actually Scar's son and wants to be nothing like him. So I think that that would be a great route to go. I think it would be, like, really fun. But yeah, another thing I think they're setting up is also with Scar's backstory being different, that also sets up a story that will kind of come full circle and reunite the family after it was separated when Mufasa and Scar, like, split apart. So I think it would be a great way to bring the family back together, and so that rift that happened will be repaired, and I think that that would be a great thing. The series starts with a prequel where the brothers drift from each other, and then we end the series with those two sides of the family kind of coming back together again. So, how these changes could work to tell a better story than the animated universe did it? Well, I think the way that they can make this story great with everything they've set up is this. So if they've set up the sibling bonds becoming strong again in the family with Kiara and Kion, but now they can also, like, heal the rift caused by Mufasa and Scar's strong, like, found family unit drifting apart with the changes to Scar's backstory. So I think that Kiara and her brother Kion having a strong sibling relationship, I think that like, basically is going to repair the rift that was caused in the, like, family between siblings back with Mufasa and Scar. So we get the whole sibling rift kind of fixed in a new generation, and I think that's a really great full circle thing that they did in the Mufasa the Lion King. I think it was brilliant to bring Kiara and her brother into it. I think that that was a really good message. But yeah, that's not the only thing I think that would be really great for the story to come full circle. We know based on the live action universe that Mufasa, he basically got the girl in the end, and his brother did not. He also got the title of king, whereas Scar didn't. He didn't get the girl, which, to be fair, he did call dibs, kind of. So, anyway, I would be a bit upset too. But yeah, Scar doesn't get the girl. He didn't get the throne. Despite him being an actual prince in this prequel, and Mufasa's the one who's not royal by blood at all, so they're not blood brothers. So, I feel like this definitely gives Scar more reason to be jealous and angry at Mufasa, and I think it does it brilliantly in a better way than the animated universe did, whereas we didn't really have much of that. But yeah. So, based on these things that Scar never got and was jealous of Mufasa for getting, we can have, like, the animated universe in the Lion King 2, we could have Mufasa's spirit plotting to get Kiara and Kovu together, as it brings the whole family back together, which also fixes everything wrong that happened with Scar that Mufasa might feel a little bit guilty about. Because, yeah, dude, you did take his girl, kind of. I mean, she chose you, but to him it didn't matter. But anyway, I digress. I think it's a way for Mufasa to make it up to Scar in a way, and for the family unit to get back together again. So basically, Mufasa's nephew, Kovu, would get the granddaughter of the woman Scar loved and who Mufasa did get. And Kovu would also get to be the future king with Kiara. And so all the things that pushed Scar and Mufasa apart would be fixed, and Scar's son Kovu would get everything Scar never got. And so the story comes full circle, and it's a whole healing circle for the whole family. It heals all the rifts, it heals all of the animosity, and I think that that's a perfect full circle story where everything that went wrong gets fixed by the end of it. And so I think that this would be a really great way to end the live action universe. It would be kind of like a trilogy if you think about it. So it's kind of like a really cohesive story in a way that makes sense. And I think with all the changes that they've made, it makes total sense that they would maybe go in this direction. I love full circle stories. I love things going wrong in a family, and then by the end of the story, everything has been resolved either with a new generation or something like that. So I think this would be a really cool concept to see. And it would be probably even done better than the animated universe and how they did it. So I think it would be a great opportunity if they did another Lion King movie to kind of tell that story. So, yeah, those are all my thoughts on the live action universe, where they might be going, how it differs from the animated universe, and so and so. So, if you guys want more videos like this, if I am ever obsessed with something, let me know. And I will make more of these videos. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.